The hospital waiting room smells like disinfectant and desperation. Marcus Webb sits hunched in a plastic chair, his maintenance uniform still damp from the rain outside. His phone buzzes. Another bill. He doesn't look. Instead, he watches the automatic doors slide open and closed, letting in blasts of cold November air each time. He's been here 4 hours. His daughter Sophie is in surgery, appendicitis, emergency, the kind that happens at 2 in the morning when you're a single father living paycheck to paycheck with no insurance that covers this kind of thing. The surgeon finally emerges, mask pulled down, tired eyes that have seen too many nights like this one. "Mr. Webb?" Marcus stands, his knees crack. He's 41 but feels 60. "She's stable. The surgery went well. We caught it before it ruptured." The relief hits him like a wave. He staggers slightly, catches himself on the chair back. "Thank God. When can I see her?" "She's in recovery. Another hour, but Mr. Webb..." The surgeon's expression shifts, uncomfortable. "The billing office will need to speak with you soon." Marcus nods. He knows what that means. 20,000, maybe 30, maybe more. He has $400 in his account. "I understand." The surgeon leaves. Marcus sits back down, puts his head in his hands. Outside, rain hammers against the windows. It's the same rain that's been falling for 3 days straight. The same rain that flooded his apartment's basement. The same rain that ruined the little bit of savings he kept hidden in an old coffee can because he didn't trust banks. $73. That's all that survived. If you're enjoying this story so far, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Drop a comment telling me where in the world you're watching from. I love hearing from you. Marcus closes his eyes. He thinks about tomorrow. He has a shift at 6 in the morning. Building maintenance at Riverside Corporate Plaza. 30 floors of offices filled with people who make more in a day than he makes in a month. He fixes their toilets, unclogs their sinks, changes their light bulbs. They don't see him. He's invisible. But the job is steady. It pays. And right now he needs every single shift. His phone buzzes again. He ignores it. An hour passes, then 2. Finally, a nurse appears. "You can see her now." Sophie looks so small in the hospital bed. 12 years old, dark hair splayed across the pillow, an IV in her thin arm. She's awake, groggy, trying to smile. "Hey, Dad." Marcus takes her hand, squeezes gently. "Hey, Bug, you scared me." "I'm okay. It just hurt really bad." "I know, but you're tough, like your mom." Sophie's smile fades a little. She doesn't remember her mother well. Cancer took her when Sophie was 3. But Marcus keeps her alive in stories, in comparisons, in the way he combs Sophie's hair the same way her mother used to. "Can we go home soon?" "Tomorrow," they said. "You need to rest tonight." "Will you stay?" "Of course." But he can't. Not really. He has to work in 4 hours. If he misses the shift, he loses the pay. And right now, he can't lose anything. He stays until Sophie falls asleep. Then he slips out, tells the nurse he'll be back by 7. She gives him a look. Pity mixed with judgment. He's used to it. Outside, the rain has slowed to a drizzle. The bus stop is 3 blocks away. Marcus walks with his hands shoved in his pockets, head down, exhausted. That's when he sees her. She's sitting on the bench at the bus stop, soaking wet. No umbrella, no coat. Just a business suit, expensive once, now ruined. Her hair hangs in wet ropes. Her mascara has run in black streaks down her face. She's shaking, and she's crying, not soft tears, the kind of crying that comes from somewhere deep, the kind that happens when everything falls apart at once. Marcus stops. He should keep walking. He has his own problems. But something about the way she sits, shoulders curved inward, hands clutching her knees, reminds him of Sophie, of vulnerability, of needing someone to care. "Miss, you okay?" She doesn't look up, just shakes her head. Marcus hesitates. Then he does something foolish, something he can't afford. He takes off his jacket. It's not much, a canvas work jacket, worn thin at the elbows, stained with paint and grease. But it's warm, and it's dry on the inside. He drapes it over her shoulders. She flinches, looks up. Her eyes are red, swollen, filled with something beyond tears. Shock, disbelief. You don't have to. It's cold, Marcus says simply. Keep it. But I'll be fine. Bus should be here soon. He sits on the other end of the bench, giving her space. The rain picks up again. Within seconds, his uniform shirt is soaked through. The cold seeps into his bones. He shivers but doesn't take the jacket back. For a long time, neither of them speaks. Then quietly she says, "Thank you." Her voice is hoarse, broken. "No problem." Another silence. Marcus can feel her looking at him now. "What's your name?" "Marcus." She pauses, swallows hard. "I'm Elena." "Nice to meet you, Elena." She pulls his jacket tighter around herself. "Why did you help me?" Marcus thinks about that, about Sophie in the hospital bed, about his own mother who died alone on a street corner because no one stopped, about all the times he needed help and didn't get it, because someone should. The simplicity of it seems to break something in her. She starts crying again, harder this time. Marcus doesn't move, doesn't offer empty words, just sits there shivering in his wet shirt, giving her space to fall apart. The bus arrives. Marcus stands. "You coming?" Elena shakes her head. "I don't have anywhere to go." Marcus frowns, looks at her more carefully. The suit is Armani. The watch on her wrist is a Rolex, or it was before the rain ruined it. Her shoes are designer, heels snapped off. "What happened?" "Everything." She laughs bitterly. "I lost everything." Marcus doesn't understand, but he recognizes the look. He's worn it himself. "There's a shelter 6 blocks east, St. Catherine's. They'll take you in for the night. Get you dry clothes." "A shelter?" She says it like the word is foreign. "Yeah, it's clean, safe. I've been there before. When things got bad." She looks up at him, really sees him for the first time, takes in his maintenance uniform, his worn boots, his calloused hands. "You've been homeless?" "Almost, few times." The bus driver honks impatiently. "I have to go," Marcus says. "But take the jacket, stay warm, and go to St. Catherine's. Ask for Father Mike. Tell him Marcus sent you." He starts to board the bus, then stops, reaches into his pocket, pulls out his wallet. Inside are 3 $20 bills, everything he has until next payday. He takes out 2, hands them to her. "For food or whatever you need." Elena stares at the money, at this stranger who just gave her his coat and most of his cash. "I can't." "Yes, you can." The bus driver honks again. Marcus boards, finds a seat by the window. As the bus pulls away, he looks back. Elena is still sitting there, his jacket wrapped around her shoulders, the 2 20s clutched in her hand, staring after the bus like she's seen a ghost. Marcus leans his head against the cold window, closes his eyes. He doesn't know her story. Didn't you know that 12 hours ago, Elena Castellano was the CEO of Castellano Industries, a tech empire worth $800 million? Doesn't know that a hostile takeover stripped her of everything, her company, her fortune, her reputation. Doesn't know that she walked out of her penthouse with nothing but the clothes on her back after her CFO betrayed her. Her board voted her out, and her assets were frozen by federal investigators on false fraud charges. He doesn't know that she stood on the bridge 2 hours ago, looking down at the dark water, wondering if anyone would miss her. He doesn't know that his coat just saved her life. All Marcus knows is that he's cold, wet, broke, and his daughter is alone in a hospital bed. The bus lurches through the rain. Marcus pulls his phone out. 12 missed calls, 7 texts, all from the billing office. He turns the phone off. Tomorrow is another problem. Tonight, he just needs to survive until morning. 6 hours later, Marcus stands in the service entrance of Riverside Corporate Plaza, buzzing for entry. His shirt is still damp. He smells like rain and hospital antiseptic. He hasn't slept. The door clicks open. He takes the service elevator to the basement, changes into his spare uniform, only slightly less worn, grabs his cleaning cart, starts his rounds. Floor by floor, office by office, bathrooms, break rooms, conference rooms. Invisible work, essential work, the kind no one notices until it's not done. By noon, he's on the 23rd floor. Executive suites. This is where real money works. Corner offices with views of the river. Secretaries who dress better than he ever will. He's cleaning the men's room when his supervisor, Derek, finds him. Webb. Main conference room. Carpet emergency. Some executive spilled coffee everywhere. Need it cleaned before the board meeting at 2. Marcus nods, pushes his cart down the hallway. The conference room is massive. Floor-to-ceiling windows, a table that seats 30, and a huge brown stain spreading across the cream carpet. He gets to work. Sprays, scrubs. The stain is stubborn. He's on his hands and knees working the brush in circles when the door opens. Is it almost done? They're gathering in 10 minutes. Marcus doesn't look up. Almost. Well, hurry. This meeting is critical. The voice is sharp, entitled. He's heard 1,000 like it. He keeps scrubbing. The stain fades slowly. 5 minutes, 7. Finally, it's gone. He packs up his supplies, stands, turns to leave, and freezes. She's standing in the doorway, Elena, but she doesn't look like the broken woman from the bus stop. Her hair is styled. She's wearing a different suit. Borrowed, he guesses, slightly too big. Her makeup is perfect. She looks composed, professional, but her eyes give her away, red-rimmed, exhausted. Their eyes meet. For 3 seconds, neither moves. Then Elena's carefully constructed mask cracks. Her hand flies to her mouth. She takes a step back. Marcus's mind races. What is she doing here, in the executive suite, looking like she belongs? I should go, he says quietly. The carpet's clean. He tries to move past her, but she steps in front of him. Wait, please. Her voice is different now, softer. The sharp edge is gone. Marcus, right? He nods slowly. You gave me your jacket last night. Yes, ma'am. Don't call me that. She looks pained. I'm not. She stops, composes herself. Do you work here? Building maintenance. Yes, ma'am. She flinches at the title again, but doesn't correct him this time. I need to talk to you. I have more floors to clean. Please, just 5 minutes. Marcus glances at the clock. His supervisor will be checking on him soon. But something in her expression stops him. 5 minutes. Elena closes the conference room door. They're alone. She leans against the table, suddenly looking exhausted again. I went to St. Catherine's, like you said. Father Mike took me in, gave me clothes, food, a bed. She pauses. He said you send people there often, that you volunteer when you can. Marcus says nothing. This morning, someone came to the shelter, a lawyer. He found me. She takes a breath. The charges were dropped, all of them. My CFO confessed. The takeover was illegal. I'm getting my company back. Marcus doesn't understand half of what she's saying, but he nods anyway. That's good. Marcus, do you know who I am? Elena, you told me last night. Elena Castellano, CEO of Castellano Industries. The name means nothing to him. He doesn't follow business news, doesn't care about tech companies or stock prices. He cares about paying rent and keeping Sophie alive. Okay. She laughs softly, not from humor, from disbelief. You have no idea, do you? What you did for me. I gave you a jacket. You gave me more than that. Her eyes fill with tears. Last night I was going to end it. I was standing on the bridge. Everything was gone. My company, my reputation, my life. I had nothing. I was nothing. Marcus's throat tightens. He knows that feeling. But then I got off the bridge, walked, ended up at that bus stop, and you... She wipes her eyes. You saw me, a stranger, soaking wet, crying, and you gave me your coat, your money. You told me where to go. You didn't judge. You didn't ask questions. You just helped. It was just a coat. It was proof that the world wasn't completely dark. That kindness still exists. She steps closer. You saved my life, Marcus. The conference room door opens. A man in an expensive suit pokes his head in. Elena, they're ready for you. 2 minutes, she says firmly. The man disappears. Elena turns back to Marcus, reaches into her purse, pulls out a business card. I want to repay you. Marcus shakes his head. You don't owe me anything. Yes, I do. No. His voice is gentle but firm. Kindness isn't a loan. You don't pay it back. You pass it forward. She stares at him. This maintenance worker in a stained uniform, who looks like he hasn't slept in days, refusing her help with the same dignity he showed her last night. At least take the card, in case you ever need anything. Marcus hesitates, then takes it. Not because he'll use it, but because refusing might hurt her. Thank you. No, thank you. She extends her hand. Marcus looks at his own hands, rough, dirty from the carpet cleaner. He shouldn't shake with someone like her, but she's waiting. He takes her hand. Her grip is firm, warm. I won't forget this, she says. I promise. Then she's gone, swept away into the conference room, full of people who matter, people who make decisions, people who change the world. Marcus stands alone in the empty hallway. He looks at the business card. Elena Castellano, CEO, Castellano Industries. He slips it into his pocket and forgets about it. He has 17 more floors to clean. 3 days pass. Marcus doesn't think about Elena Castellano. He doesn't have time. Sophie comes home from the hospital with instructions for rest, medication, and a follow-up appointment he can't afford. The bill arrives the next day, $32,000. He stares at the number until it stops making sense. That night, he picks up extra shifts, cleans office buildings until 2 in the morning, comes home, sleeps 3 hours, gets up and does it again. Sophie doesn't complain, but he sees the worry in her eyes. Dad, you look tired. I'm fine, Bug, just busy. She doesn't believe him. She's 12, not stupid. On the 4th day, something changes. Marcus arrives at Riverside Corporate Plaza for his evening shift. Derek, his supervisor, intercepts him at the service entrance. Webb, got a special assignment for you. Marcus sets down his cleaning cart. What kind of assignment? Executive floor, 29th. They want a dedicated maintenance person for the week. Some VIP is using the space for meetings. Why me? Derek shrugs. They asked for you specifically. Said you did good work on the carpet incident. Marcus's stomach tightens. The carpet, the conference room. Elena. Can someone else do it? They requested you. It pays double time. Derek hands him a new badge. Don't screw this up. These people matter. Marcus takes the badge. Double time means he can make a dent in Sophie's medical bills. He can't say no. The 29th floor is different from the rest of the building. Quieter, more expensive. The carpet is thicker. The art on the walls is real. Even the air smells different, like leather and money. A young assistant meets him at the elevator. Professional, cold. Mr. Webb? Yes? Follow me. Ms. Castellano wants to brief you personally. His chest tightens. Of course she does. The assistant leads him to a corner office. Floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the river. A desk that probably costs more than his car. And Elena, standing by the window, phone to her ear. I don't care what the lawyers say. We rebuild on our terms, or we don't rebuild at all. She pauses, listens. Good. Set the meeting for Friday. She hangs up, turns, sees Marcus. Her professional mask softens immediately. Marcus, thank you for coming. I was told you needed maintenance support. I do, but not the kind you're thinking. She gestures to the assistant. Give us a moment, please. The assistant leaves. The door clicks shut. Elena crosses to her desk, opens a drawer, pulls out something familiar, his jacket. She's had it dry cleaned, repaired. The torn elbow is mended with a patch that matches perfectly. I wanted to return this. Marcus takes it. The fabric feels different, too clean, like it doesn't belong to him anymore. You didn't have to fix it. Yes, I did. She sits on the edge of her desk. Marcus, I need to ask you something, and I need you to be honest. He waits. Are you in trouble? The question catches him off guard. What? Financial trouble. I saw your face when that business card fell out of your wallet, the hospital band on your wrist, the way you look like you haven't slept in days. Her voice is gentle. Are you okay? Marcus's jaw tightens. He doesn't like being seen, doesn't like being a problem someone needs to solve. I'm fine. You're not. With respect, ma'am, that's not your concern. You made it my concern when you gave me your coat. The words hang between them. Marcus looks at the floor, at his worn boots, at the gap between their worlds. My daughter had emergency surgery. The bills are more than I can handle, but I'm working it out. How much? That's not... How much, Marcus? Her voice is firm now, CEO voice, used to getting answers. 32,000, but I'm picking up extra shifts. I'll manage. Elena's expression shifts, something between anger and pain. Extra shifts? You're already working yourself to death. It's what you do when you have a kid depending on you. She stands, walks to the window, stares out at the city lights. When I was 15, she says quietly, my mother got sick. Cancer. We had no insurance. My father worked 3 jobs trying to pay for treatment. I watched him kill himself slowly. Exhaustion, stress. He had a heart attack 2 months after she died. She turns to face Marcus. He was 43. Marcus's throat tightens. I swore I'd never let that happen to anyone if I could prevent it, and now I can prevent it. I don't want charity. It's not charity, it's gratitude. I don't want that either. Elena steps closer. Then what do you want? Marcus thinks about that, about Sophie, about the life he's trying to build from nothing, about dignity. A chance to take care of my own kid without destroying myself in the process. Then let me help, not as charity, as an investment. In what? In you. She pulls a folder from her desk. I looked into your background. I hope you don't mind. Marcus stiffens. You investigated me? I wanted to understand who you are, and I found something interesting. She opens the folder, shows him documents he hasn't seen in years. You have a degree in electrical engineering, top of your class at State. You worked for Morrison Tech for 6 years, senior systems engineer. Marcus looks away. Those papers are from another life. That was a long time ago. What happened? He doesn't want to answer, but something about the way she asks, not prying, just curious, makes him. My wife got sick. I took time off to care for her. When she died, Morrison said my position was eliminated, restructuring. He laughs bitterly. I was broke, had a 2-year-old. No one wanted to hire someone with a gap in employment, so I took what I could get. Maintenance work. It paid the bills. You've been doing maintenance for 10 years? 9. Elena closes the folder, sets it down gently. Marcus, I'm rebuilding my company from the ground up. I need people I can trust, people with integrity, people who do the right thing when no one's watching. You don't know me. Yes, I do. You gave me your coat when you had nothing. That tells me everything. Marcus shakes his head. I'm not qualified for whatever you're offering. You're overqualified, but you've been invisible for so long you forgot what you're capable of. The words hit harder than they should. If you're hooked on this story, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an upload. Your support means everything and helps me bring you more emotional stories like this one. Elena continues, I'm not asking you to take a handout. I'm offering you a job. Facilities Director for Castellano Industries. You'd oversee building operations, safety systems, energy efficiency, actual engineering work, not cleaning toilets. Marcus's heart races. What's the salary? $85,000 to start, full benefits, health insurance that covers dependents. The number is impossible, more than twice what he makes now. Sophie's medical bills would be manageable. He could sleep, could breathe, but nothing is free. What's the catch? No catch, just one condition. Here it comes. You let me pay Sophie's hospital bill directly as a signing bonus. Marcus's pride flares. I can't accept that. Why not? Companies give signing bonuses all the time. Not for $32,000 they don't. Elena steps closer. Her eyes are fierce now. Marcus, you saved my life. I'm not exaggerating. I was going to jump off that bridge. Your coat, your kindness, your dignity. It reminded me that good people still exist, that life is worth living. Her voice cracks slightly. So, yes, I'm going to pay that bill. Not because you need charity, because I need to believe that good things happen to good people. Let me have that. Marcus can't speak. His throat is too tight. His eyes burn. I have a daughter, he finally says. She's 12. She draws pictures of me fixing things. She calls me her hero. He looks at Elena. How do I teach her to be independent, to take care of herself, if I accept this? By showing her that accepting help isn't weakness, it's wisdom. And by being there for her instead of working yourself to death. The logic is sound, but it still feels wrong. Elena softens her voice. You know what Father Mike told me? At the shelter? Marcus waits. He said you send people there all the time, that you volunteer on weekends, that you give away half your paycheck to families in worse shape than you. She smiles sadly. You help everyone but yourself. Why is that? Because no one ever helped me, Marcus thinks. Because I learned early that the world doesn't care. Because if I don't help people like me, who will? But he doesn't say that. Old habit. Well, break it. Just this once. Let someone help you. Marcus looks at his jacket, at the mended elbow, at the care someone took to fix something broken. Can I think about it? Elena nods. Take the weekend. But Marcus, she hands him an envelope. This is the hospital bill, paid in full, whether you take the job or not. Elena, already done, non-negotiable. The job offer stands either way. Marcus opens the envelope. A receipt. Balance 0. His hands shake. Why are you doing this? Because someone should, she says, echoing his words from the bus stop. Marcus goes home that night in a daze. Sophie is at the kitchen table doing homework. Mrs. Chen from next door sits nearby, supervising. The elderly woman watches Sophie 3 times a week. She charges almost nothing. Mr. Marcus, how was work? Long. He hands her the $20 he owes her. Thank you for watching her. Mrs. Chen leaves. Sophie looks up from her math textbook. Dad, you're crying. Marcus touches his face. She's right. Happy tears, Bug. Why? He sits down, pulls her close. Because sometimes good things happen. He tells her about the hospital bill, about the job offer, about the woman from the bus stop who turned out to be important. Sophie listens. When he finishes, she asks the question that matters. Are you going to take it? The job? I don't know. What do you think? She considers this seriously. Too seriously for 12. I think you're always helping people. Maybe it's okay if someone helps you back. Marcus smiles. When did you get so smart? I learned from you. She pauses. Dad, are you scared? The question surprises him. Of what? Of being happy, because every time things get better, something bad happens. The observation breaks his heart. She's right. When her mother got better, she relapsed. When his job at Morrison looked secure, he got laid off. When he saved enough for a security deposit on a better apartment, the car broke down. Yeah, he admits, I'm scared. Me too. But maybe this time it'll be different. Maybe. That night, Marcus can't sleep. He sits at the kitchen table, staring at the business card, at the job offer letter Elena included in the envelope. Facilities director, real work, using his degree, his skills, being visible again. But what if he fails? What if she regrets helping him? What if he can't do the work anymore after 9 years of cleaning floors? His phone buzzes. A text from an unknown number. Marcus, it's Elena. I know you're probably overthinking this. Just remember, I'm not giving you an opportunity because I pity you. I'm giving it to you because you earned it. You never stopped being an engineer. You just stopped being seen as one. Sleep well. He reads it 3 times. Then he types, how did you get my number? Her response is immediate. HR has everyone's contact info. Technically, you're already an employee. Technically, so I'm not offering you a new job. I'm offering you a better position within the company you already work for. Semantics, but it makes the paperwork easier. Marcus actually laughs. She's smart, strategic. She knows he's too proud to accept charity, so she's reframing it as a promotion. You're manipulating me. Is it working? He thinks about Sophie, about her face when he told her the hospital bill was paid, about sleeping more than 3 hours a night, about using his brain instead of just his hands. Maybe. Good. See you Monday? Marcus hesitates, then types, okay, but I'm paying you back. We'll see. Good night, Marcus. Good night. He sets the phone down, looks around his tiny apartment, the peeling paint, the radiator that clanks, the second-hand furniture. It's not much, but it's home. And maybe, just maybe, things are about to change. Sophie appears in the doorway, rubbing her eyes. Dad, you okay? Yeah, Bug, I'm good. Did you decide? I'm taking the job. She smiles, runs over and hugs him. I'm proud of you. I'm scared. That's okay. Being brave means doing it anyway. Marcus holds his daughter tight. She's right. She's always right. Monday morning, Marcus walks into Riverside Corporate Plaza wearing khakis and a button-down shirt. No uniform. He feels exposed, visible. Like everyone can see he doesn't belong. The elevator takes him to the 29th floor. Elena's assistant meets him. Mr. Webb, welcome. Ms. Castellano is in a meeting, but she asked me to show you to your office. Office. His own office. They walk down a hallway. The assistant opens a door. It's not huge, but it has a window, a desk, a computer. His name on the door, Marcus Webb, Facilities Director. He stares at it until his vision blurs. She wanted me to give you this. The assistant hands him a small package wrapped in plain brown paper. Marcus opens it. Inside, a framed photo. Himself and Sophie from 3 years ago at her school's science fair. He doesn't remember anyone taking this picture. There's a note attached in Elena's handwriting. For your desk, so you remember why you're here. Marcus sets the frame on the desk, looks at Sophie's smile, at his own tired face, proud despite the exhaustion. The assistant continues. Your first week will be orientation, meetings with department heads, facility tours. Ms. Castellano will brief you herself on Friday. Any questions? 1,000, but he says, no, thank you. Welcome to Castellano Industries, Mr. Webb. The assistant leaves. Marcus sits in his chair. It's comfortable, ergonomic. He swivels slightly, looking at the view, the river, the city, the world he used to belong to. His phone buzzes. Elena, how's the office? It has a window. Good. You deserve to see the sky. Marcus smiles, then asks the question that's been bothering him. Why me, Elena? Really, there are hundreds of qualified engineers. The response takes a minute, because when I was at my lowest, you didn't see a CEO or a title. You saw a human being who needed help. I want to build a company full of people who see the world that way. It starts with you. Marcus reads it twice, then types, I won't let you down. I know, that's why I hired you. The first week passes in a blur. Marcus attends meetings, learns systems, reviews building schematics. His engineering brain, dormant for 9 years, wakes up. He sees inefficiencies everywhere. Outdated HVAC, poor insulation, energy waste. He makes notes, proposals, cost-saving plans. On Friday, Elena calls him to her office. How's the first week? Overwhelming, but good. You've submitted 17 improvement proposals. Is that too many? She laughs. Most people submit 0. You're already proving my instincts right. She hands him a folder. I want your opinion on something. Inside are architectural plans, a new building, 10 stories, mixed use. What is this? My next project, headquarters for Castellano Industries, but not just offices. She points to the lower floors. Community center, free childcare, health clinic, job training programs. Marcus studies the plans. This is expensive. So is forgetting where you came from. He looks up at her. This is about the shelter, St. Catherine's. She nods. Father Mike runs that place on donations and prayers. It shouldn't be that hard to help people. She leans forward. I want to build something that combines business with purpose. Prove you can do both. People will say you're wasting money. Let them. I died on that bridge, Marcus. The person who came back isn't interested in just making money. She wants to make a difference. Marcus feels something shift in his chest. This isn't just a job, it's a mission. What do you need from me? Design the building systems. Make it efficient, sustainable, and accessible. I want it to run on half the energy of a comparable building, and I want the community spaces to feel welcoming, not like charity. Marcus nods slowly. That's possible, but it'll take time and testing. We have time. I'm not rushing this. They spend the next hour going through plans. Elena asks questions. Marcus answers. Their minds sync. She sees the big picture. He sees the details. It works. As the meeting ends, Elena says, Marcus, can I ask you something personal? He tenses. Okay. Sophie, does she know what happened? With the hospital bill? She knows someone helped us. Does she know it was me? Yes. Elena's expression softens. Would she like to meet me? Properly, I mean. Not as my employee's daughter. As, I don't know, a friend? Marcus considers this. She draws pictures of people she likes. Fair warning, you'll probably end up in one. Elena's eyes shine. I'd be honored. Saturday afternoon, Marcus brings Sophie to Elena's apartment. He's nervous, doesn't know why. Sophie isn't nervous at all. The apartment is exactly what he expected. Penthouse, restored now, art on the walls. But it's not ostentatious, it's comfortable. Elena answers the door in jeans and a sweater. No business suit, no armor. Sophie, it's so nice to meet you. Sophie smiles shyly. Hi, my dad says you're really nice. Your dad is pretty nice himself. They go inside. Elena has set up an art station at the dining table. Papers, markers, paints. Sophie's eyes light up. Dad said you like to draw. I love drawing. Me too. I'm terrible at it, though. Sophie giggles. Everyone can draw. You just have to practice. For the next 2 hours, Marcus watches his daughter teach a billionaire CEO how to draw cartoon animals. Elena is patient, follows instructions, laughs at her own terrible cats. At one point, Sophie asks the question Marcus knew was coming. "Miss Elena, why did you help my dad?" Elena sets down her marker, thinks carefully. "Because when I needed help, he didn't ask questions. He just did the right thing, and I wanted to do the same for him." "Did you really not have anywhere to go?" Elena nods. "For one night I had nothing, and your dad gave me his coat. Sometimes one person's kindness changes everything." Sophie processes this, then asks, "Were you scared?" "Very. Me too, when I was in the hospital. But you're okay now. Because of my dad, and because of you." Elena's eyes fill with tears. "Sophie, you know what your dad told me? He said he doesn't think he's a hero, but you do. Why is that?" Sophie doesn't hesitate. "Because he helps people even when it's hard. That's what heroes do." Elena looks at Marcus across the table. He's been quiet, letting them talk. But now he speaks. "She thinks too highly of me." "No," Elena says firmly. "She sees you clearly. You've just forgotten how to see yourself." They leave as the sun sets. Sophie carries 3 drawings she made, one for herself, one for Marcus, one for Elena. Elena walks them to the door, hugs Sophie goodbye. Then, hesitantly, hugs Marcus. "Thank you," she whispers, "for letting me into your life. Thank you for giving me one worth living." As they walk to the bus stop, Sophie is quiet. Then, "Dad, I like her." "Yeah? Yeah, she's sad though, like you were after Mom died." Marcus's chest tightens. "She's been through a lot. Maybe we can help her not be sad." "Maybe we can." Sophie takes his hand. "Dad?" "Yeah, Bug. I think things are going to be okay." Marcus squeezes her hand. For the first time in years, he believes her. 2 months later, everything falls apart. Marcus arrives at work to find security waiting at his office door. His badge doesn't work. His computer is locked. "What's going on?" The head of security hands him a folder. "Board investigation. You're suspended pending review." Marcus's stomach drops. Investigation into what? Conflicts of interest, preferential treatment, financial irregularities. The words make no sense. He opens the folder. Inside are emails he's never seen, purchase orders with inflated costs, contracts with vendors he's never heard of, all bearing his digital signature. "I didn't approve any of this." That's what they all say. "You need to leave the building." Marcus's hands shake. This is a setup. But who? Why? He's escorted out through the main lobby, past colleagues who stare, past the receptionist who looks away. Humiliation burns through him. Outside, his phone rings. Elena. "Marcus, what happened? They just told me you were suspended. Someone forged documents, made it look like I'm stealing." "Who?" "I don't know." Her voice hardens. "Come to my apartment. Now. We'll figure this out." But Marcus can't move. He sits on the curb outside the building where he finally felt visible, where he finally mattered. And now he's invisible again. At Elena's apartment, she's already on her laptop pulling up files. Her legal team is on speakerphone. "These signatures are digital forgeries," the lawyer confirms. "Someone with system access planted them." "Who has that level of access?" Elena demands. "IT administrators, senior executives, anyone on the executive board." Elena's face goes cold. "The board?" Marcus looks up. "Why would the board target me? Not you, me." She closes her laptop. "They want me out again, and they're using you to do it." The lawyer continues. "If they can prove gross negligence in hiring, bringing in someone who commits fraud, they can call for your removal as CEO." "So I'm collateral damage," Marcus says quietly. Elena crosses to him, kneels down to his level. just like he did for her at the bus stop. No, you're their mistake, because they underestimated what I'll do to protect you. Elena, you can't risk your company for me. Watch me. The emergency board meeting happens 48 hours later. Elena walks in with Marcus beside her. The board members look shocked. Ms. Castellano, the accused shouldn't be present. Mr. Webb is not accused. He's framed. Elena opens her briefcase, and I can prove it. She presents everything. Digital forensics showing the signatures were forged. Security footage proving Marcus wasn't in the building when the approvals were supposedly made. Bank records showing no money ever reached him. The evidence is irrefutable. The board shifts uncomfortably, but the chairman, a man named Pritchard, doesn't back down. Even if he's innocent, the optics are damaging. Perhaps Mr. Webb should resign for the good of the company. Marcus starts to stand, to agree, to disappear again. But Elena's hand on his shoulder stops him. No, she says firmly. Marcus stays, and if anyone has a problem with that, they can leave, starting with whoever orchestrated this. Silence. Then Pritchard's assistant goes pale, stands abruptly, walks out. The pieces click. The assistant had access, had motive, was promised a promotion if Elena fell. Pritchard deflates. I didn't know. You didn't want to know because you never cared about the truth, just the outcome. Elena looks around the table. Does anyone want to challenge me? No one speaks. Good. Meeting adjourned. Marcus, you're reinstated with a raise. Outside the boardroom, Marcus leans against the wall. His hands are still shaking. You didn't have to do that. Risk everything. Elena faces him. Yes, I did. Because 2 months ago you risked everything for me. You gave me your coat when you couldn't afford to. I can afford this. It's not the same. It's exactly the same. You saw someone who needed help. So did I. She smiles. We're even now. Marcus shakes his head. We'll never be even, but thank you. Don't thank me. Just keep being who you are. 3 months later, the new Castellano Industries headquarters breaks ground. Marcus stands beside Elena at the ceremony. Sophie is there holding a drawing she made of the building. The press asks questions. How does it feel to rebuild? What's different this time? Elena's answer is simple. This time, I'm building for people like Marcus, people who work hard, care deeply, and deserve to be seen. She gestures to Marcus. This man saved my life with a coat and $40. He didn't know who I was, didn't care, he just helped. That's the foundation of this company now. Kindness, dignity, seeing people. The cameras turn to Marcus. He's uncomfortable but speaks anyway. I'm not special. I just did what anyone should do. But Elena gave me something more valuable than money. She gave me back my worth, my purpose, myself. He looks at Sophie. And she showed my daughter that good things happen to good people. Sometimes. The crowd applauds. Later at the reception, Father Mike from St. Catherine's approaches. Marcus, Elena, I'm proud of you both. Thank you for taking care of her that night, Marcus says. Thank you for sending her to me. You saved 2 lives that night, hers and your own. Marcus frowns. Mine? You were killing yourself with work, with sacrifice. She gave you permission to accept help, to live. Father Mike smiles. Sometimes saving someone else is how we save ourselves. That evening, Marcus and Sophie stand in their new apartment. 2 bedrooms, clean, safe. The heat works. It's not a palace, but it's home. Sophie hangs her drawings on the wall. One shows Marcus giving Elena his coat. Another shows them at the groundbreaking. A third shows all 3 of them, Marcus, Sophie, and Elena, standing in front of the new building. Did you draw us as a family? Marcus asks. Sophie nods. Is that okay? Marcus's throat tightens. Yeah, bug, that's okay. His phone buzzes. Elena, thank you for today. for standing beside me, for being you. Marcus types back, "Thank you for seeing me, always." He sets the phone down, looks at Sophie. "You were right, things are okay now." "I know, I drew it that way." Marcus laughs, hugs his daughter, and for the first time in 10 years, he believes the future might actually be bright, because sometimes kindness comes back. Sometimes the invisible becomes seen. Sometimes a coat and $40 change everything. Not because of money, but because someone cared, and that makes all the difference. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you loved this story, check out the other videos on your screen now. I think you'll really enjoy them. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. See you in the next story.